So something that has happened in every European country is terrorists, Islamic State terrorists, other terrorist groups using countries as basis or committing acts of terror on countries. And obviously today we had a terrorist arrested. Now I don't know what organisation or what he was from, but he was on a European watch list, and he was here for 22 years. And apparently we didn't notice that he was here. He was working to Dublin as a courier. And again, as I said before, the Irish intelligence agency is just very, very small. It's not like MI6, MI5. Um, the Irish intelligence is just so small. It's probably so underfunded they only have Jerry and Thomas working on it, who work half days and don't do anything at all. But yeah, he's been here 22 years, and when he was found randomly, I don't know how they found him, but they found him anyway. But this is the thing: we have to take threats seriously, because neutrality doesn't stop us from being targeted by terrorist organisations or anything, and we have to be on our guard about it. We do really have to do, especially with Shannon Airport too, and the United States Air Force using Shannon Airport as a refueling base and troops in Shannon Airport, for the U.S. Army, that is really a prime target for um, terrorists. Um, and we do have to be wary of what's happened, and particularly too, um, a rumour was the time was up in the Wicklow Mountains that ISIS had a training camp up in the Wicklow Mountains, which I wouldn't be surprised, because again the Irish intelligence agency, and even on Garda Síochána in the West, that we wouldn't know until literally they have to stand right in front of us, because again it took 22 years for this man to be found out basically who he was. He's here 2 decades more or less, and randomly we just found out that he's on a European arrest warrant. Again, it's not acceptable. I wouldn't mind if he was here a year. Maybe we could say, it's understandable he's here a year, he's only here to the country. But he's here 2 decades. You think it would it pop into some guard's head or some intelligence agencies or even social welfare or whoever he was. If he was on social welfare, he was working as a courier, so he wouldn't be on social welfare, sorry. But you think they would have looked even revenue when he was paying his taxes. You think they would have looked into his name, looked into a bit of background, where he came from, whereabouts did he come from, and etc. 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 But again, this just goes to show you, and this raises the other point, that we don't know at the same time who's coming into our country, and what warrants they have, especially from other countries, war-torn countries. Again, the vast majority are good, innocent people that don't have anything to do with anything. But there's always one or two who take advantage, and come in with the crowd and blend in with the crowd. And we do have to do checks. That's why it's security. That's why there's such things as borders. We have to have checks. We need to keep our people safe. So background checks is ideal to find out who these people are before letting them in. Again, hopefully he extradited to wherever he was arrested for, and I think it was in Poland, I did Hungary or somewhere like that. But again, we have to be serious. But we have to be serious about national security. We really, really do have to be serious, because as we know, again, we've proven that there's people, and even the Manchester bomber, they committed an act of terror in Manchester, back a few years ago, and then at an Ariana Grande concert, he was in Ireland, he was in Dublin, he lived in Dublin for a while. He actually went to, I think he lived in Cavan for a while. It wasn't confirmed, we still don't know, but he was in Ireland. We know he was in Ireland, but it's hard to know was he in Cavan or not. Again, but he was in Ireland, we can confirm that, but we don't know if he was in Cavan. But that's just the thing, we just don't know, and we have to check these people. We can't just say by looking at them they're good, and we have to look into the background, because we can't risk people's lives, we can't risk national security for that. And it's just about being safe. It's just about keeping our people safe. We don't want people going around blowing things up, or God forbid killing people. Again, it's about safety first. It's everything. It's the same with construction or anything like that. Safety's first. And that should be it here too. Thank you.